There's something that we haven't shared with you guys. And in this video, we're gonna share something with you that has changed everything for us.
And part of that is why we've chosen this lifestyle. There's some important things that you need to know, but more importantly, there's some super important reasons why you shouldn't wait if you haven't gotten started yet, but you're wanting to, and you need to start now. We're gonna talk about why. So before that, we share with you what this thing is that we want to share that we've never shared publicly, really.
Right.
We want to talk about the reasons for getting into this lifestyle, and really just reasons that if you're on the fence, you shouldn't wait. Or if you're already living this lifestyle, maybe just to help reinforce why it is you're doing what you're doing. Because I know for us, like 5 years in, sometimes we're like, why are we doing this again?
And sometimes we're like, man, we should have done this earlier with the kids, because the kids would have been so much easier to go RV living with when they were way younger.
Really, reason number one is just freedom and flexibility. For us, we always used to call it time and location freedom. We wanted to be able to kind of live life on our own terms when it came to time, but really to be able to spend with our kids. That was our big focus, is that we wanted to be able to really invest in our kids while they were young. And 100%, we have regrets. Like, we really wish that we would have started a lot sooner, because as our kids have gotten older and they've entered the teen years, you have to be way more intentional with RV planning, and that whole freedom and flexibility thing, as they've gotten older, has actually diminished somewhat, because now we aren't as flexible as we could have been when they were little, because we have to be intentional about meeting up with other travel families. A nomadic lifestyle for at least our teenagers, and being isolated like that and not having connections, is not a good thing for their mental health, we've learned. Right. So we want to make sure that we're prioritizing them, but being able to still live this lifestyle, we just have to do it in a different way.
Adventure and exploration.
That's really like the second reason that we chose this lifestyle. But like our motto, if you've been around for a while, and if you haven't, we invite you to check out some of the videos on our channel. We've got a ton of info, but experiences over things. So really, with our motto of experiences over things, you know, I don't remember what I got for Christmas as a kid.
Right.
You know, I mean, it all probably ended up either in the landfill or Goodwill or something at some point. You know, I remember the times that we had with our family, and that's really what we want.
Yeah.
For our family, and even for our friends, is that when we get together and we say, oh, remember when we did this, or when we, you know, had this experience together.
Yeah. You look back on pictures or videos of the experience. You can't do that with things.
No, and so it's like we wanted to prioritize experiences over things. That's part of the reason why we chose this lifestyle. And knowing that none of us are promised tomorrow, and that actually hits home really hard for us because of something that happened.
Yeah. So when I was about 5 years old, I was diagnosed with lymphoblastic lymphoma.
BJ and his family this morning, they say they're in the fight of their lives, but confident they can win. BJ DeVries is home today, still reeling after his first bout with chemotherapy in Denver.
Which is a form of cancer that was in my chest. I like fainted one day, and my mom took me to the doctor, and they diagnosed me with cancer. So I had to go to Denver Children's Hospital for regular visits. So I had to go through chemotherapy and radiation treatment.
BJ must wear a strange new device.
This is his Broviac. It goes into his chest, into artery, I believe. And they undo the tape here and everything, and he gets his chemo through that.
And thank goodness, kids are very resilient. I was able to conquer cancer and get past it.
You wouldn't know it to see him today, but BJ came very close to losing his battle last night. The 4-year-old Black Hawk boy reacted to a blood transfusion and nearly didn't make it through the night.
I definitely remember it. I had a bald head going through school, and it was no fun. And one thing as a kid that I remember, even going through those bad experiences, is going camping. So that's one good memory that I have. And so that's one memory that I want to be able to give my kids.
And it just having that like in our past, right? Having that in Ben's past. Like you constantly live with that. Like you constantly live with kind of that fear, I guess, in the back of your mind as far as what if the cancer comes back? What if something, happens? What if, because now we have this genetic predisposition with our kids, what if
the kids get it?
What if the kids would develop cancer or something of that nature? And so this is like a constant thing that's in the back of our head. I remember when Ben and I first started dating, like when he would get sick, like just a cold, right? A head cold, I was always like kind of like in a panic mode of like, what if the cancer is back? Like, what if this is the big thing? And so we just know that none of us are promised tomorrow. Our kids aren't promised tomorrow. We're not promised tomorrow. We want to be with them and have these things that we take with us. And that's not the stuff. That's the time and the experiences together.
Yeah, we just look back on some of our videos with the kids, and just like a year ago, we're like, wow, they have grown so much and so fast.
And so we have kids, like we're traveling with our kids, but maybe that's not your situation. Maybe you're looking towards retirement. Maybe you've got your kids that are grown, grandkids, lots of different reasons to jump in. But we've seen so many times where people had this dream of traveling the country and it never came to fruition because they really essentially just waited too long.
Yeah.
Perfect example is, Ben's mom. She always had this dream of wanting to travel the country in an RV.
Trying new cuisine.
Sushi. That was kind of my dream growing up as a kid, is being able to take my mom out, go RVing, have her there with the kids, her grandkids.
Dad!
Go ahead.
And unfortunately, she passed away from cancer in her 50s. And so that never became a reality because it didn't happen soon enough.
Yeah.
And so really part of the reason we wanted to make this video is to just really encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, there's really good reasons to not wait. Jump in as soon as possible because you do not know what the future holds.
So our third reason for choosing this lifestyle is really that it's a minimalistic lifestyle.
I feel like every single thing, as far as the reasons why we've chosen this lifestyle, do fall under that umbrella of experiences over things. And this just is another part of that, where when you live a more minimalistic lifestyle, you don't have a lot of things, you're not surrounding yourself by a lot of things. And there's actually a lot of research that shows when you have a less cluttered environment that you feel less stress.
Yes.
People that have a cluttered environment, they tend to feel stressed. And I know I 100% am that way. In our video next week, I've got some tips that I'm super excited to share about minimalism, decluttering, all of that. So that's coming up very, very soon. So what's reason number 4?
So reason number 4 is community and camaraderie, right?
Exactly. Like we have made friends for life because of this lifestyle, that we would have never met these people any other way other than like you connect with people on the road. Now here's the deal with connecting with people on the road. Not everybody that you connect with on the road is going to be your people,
Right.
but you will find your people
Yeah.
when you are out on the road, and we have found our people.
We've had the most amazing conversations with the most unique and interesting people out there.
And again, not everybody we've connected with are the people that we say, hey, let's meet up again. But we do have those that we have made those connections with, and even continuing into this coming summer and our travels, we are meeting up with a lot of our people on the road. And the only way we made these connections was because of this lifestyle, where we met because we're both living this mobile, nomadic RV life.
Yeah, and really our kids actually have something to look forward to whenever we go out now. So they're really excited to go to Oshkosh.
RV buddies are the best.
Yep. Okay, so this is actually probably one of our favorites. It's learning and personal growth.
And that is because we have learned so much, and you will learn so much in this lifestyle.
By force.
Because you have to learn sometimes on the fly, and it really it grows who you are. So like we feel more brave, we feel more confident in being able to try to like attack things on our own if something goes wrong with the RV. But it made us step out of our comfort zone when it came to things like that. But it also made us step out of our comfort zone when it came to exploring new places, or maybe like with the kids, really encouraging them to try new foods or meet new people. The other thing too is like when we've had breakdowns on the road.
Ah, yes.
And those, again, like when we talk about experiences over things, those are kind of some of the experiences that our kids remember. I know we have a friend that used to tell us, if you really want to make an impression on your kids and have an experience that you don't forget, then put your family in a situation where you all almost die.
Did you die?
Because they will remember that.
Well, the thing is they see how you handle these situations too. It's not always rainbows and unicorns, because things happen. Having your kids see kind of how you handle things and how you get through these things and have a positive attitude, I think it really goes a long ways to teach our kids.
So back to that whole premise of growth and personal development, it's happening all the way around because it forces you into these scenarios where you're just gonna have to push through and persevere.
Another reason is that it really strengthens family bonds.
When we are out RVing, we're obviously very close together because we are in
a 300 square foot box.
We're in close quarters. But the thing is, and this is another reason why you should not wait. You need to jump in now. We really wish we would have done this earlier, because we would have had, I don't know if I would say such a better time, but it would have been a whole different dynamic.
Right.
When the kids were younger, like, I mean, when they were 4, 5, and 6 years old, they look at the world through a completely different lens. Yep. And I really wish we would have had this lifestyle then for them. So I don't know if I would say we're making up for it now, but we're definitely moving towards that with them now and strengthening those bonds and things now. But I just think we could have had something so different if we hadn't waited as long as we did. So if you're on the fence, man, jump in now. And if you're on the road right now, you've got littles, or maybe you're a grandma and grandpa of littles, take them with you if you can. Bring them along. It's so much fun to be able to just experience that new wonder and everything like that through those littles' eyes.
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to that.
I am. I love organization.
What Ben doesn't like is when I purge all of his stuff. But
oh, no, you didn't tell me about that. What the heck? Experiences over things.
You know, like, what do you, no, hold on.
Oh, son of a biscuit. I'm getting bit.
Sorry, I was getting actively bit.
Yeah, there's mosquitoes out here. They like your sweet blood.
They do. I'm like, anyway, attracted to mosquitoes. Okay, so.
You're attracted to mosquitoes, or they're attracted to you?
Neither. Okay, ready? So experiences over things.
Okay. Everything with RV life isn't always just, you know, rainbows and butterflies.
It's unicorns.
Oh, rainbows and unicorns.
Unicorns.
So another byproduct and reason is strengthening.
Byproduct. It makes it sound like it's dog food. Contains byproducts.
Okay, not byproduct.
It's the leftover stuff nobody wants. That's a byproduct.
Okay. Another, what is it called? A reason. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a video right up here. The time that we got kicked out of a campground.
Definitely a very interesting story. You're gonna wanna watch it. If we don't see you out on the road or around the campground, we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.